Hey guys, welcome to GypsyStarSeed. It has been a long time since I've done a reading. As you guys can see, I'm in a different place. I think it's been a couple months since I've done a reading, or at least a month. Last time you guys saw me, I was in Oregon. I just signed a 2-year lease on this home. I'm back in Nevada, in Las Vegas, and I've been asked by my guides, higher self, whoever you'd like to view them as, to do some readings for everyone in the collective. So let's get started. What's up, Aries? It has been a long time since I've done a reading for you guys. So today I'm going to do things just a little bit differently than I normally do. I'm going to kind of just grab the cards as I'm told to, lay them out, get an overall message, and then I will give you guys what I'm seeing. So let's get started today with the, what is this? Conscious Spirit, I think this is called, Conscious Spirit Oracle. I ask my guides, my galactic guardians, my angels, my archangels, my ancestors, please help me to set my ego aside so that I can give Aries the message that is in their highest good today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I just want to remind you guys that this is just a highlight of, this popped out there. Okay, this is just a highlight of the energy right now, meaning that if there's something in here that you don't like or that you don't particularly resonate with, you can shift that. It's just letting you know where the energy is currently. And knowing where the energy is currently, if you're kind of, I don't want to say lost, but seeking guidance, it's good, especially if there's contrast, because the contrast lets you know what needs to shift or change. So you got Crystal Ascension, number 37. I am attuned to the universal wisdom and energy of the crystal kingdom. So if you have any specific crystals that you enjoy or that make you feel particularly protected or safe, now is a good time to hold those near and dear to you. Wow. So there's a necessity for you to utilize your crystals healing others. This is you got the healer, and it's a number 8, which is also abundance, but it says I am loving and compassionate and able to bring healing to others. So if you look at these cards, right, it's almost like you're transmuting through this dark night of the soul and coming through into this goddess where you've got like your spirit guides, your animal guides around you, and you're able to take this darkness and this pain. I view this crystal as her holding the pain from the past, right? Like almost if you were to look at it as like you see her, right, looking into this, and this is what she's seeing. So she's viewing herself from a past version and is able to now heal others that may be in that same position based on the past pain that you've transmuted. That's really beautiful. And then you got the present. I fully experience every moment of my life by living in the present moment. And this card is really intricate, interesting. It's almost like, the way I'm seeing this is you've come so much into your full, expanded, strong self that you're now able to look over people the way that this creature is looking over that little chipmunk. Look how great and powerful the creature clearly is, but pulled back in a way that allows this little guy right here to feel not just safe, but equal. That's beautiful. That's really, really beautiful, Aries. So all the past pain that you've dealt with and all of the transitional growth that may have not been your favorite, right? It's transitioned you into a really great healer, somebody who's able to transcend pain and transmute it, not just for yourself, but for others. There's an Aries in here that likes hearing the sound of shuffling. What you're thinking of is called ASMR. It's kind of funny. It's almost like I'm hearing you think of what you would need to search to hear more of ASMR type things, and you just type in those 4 letters together in one little like word, and it will bring that up for you, for whomever that's for. You're breaking through barriers of feeling as if time is somehow a construct for you. And you're coming into your divine gifts. It's almost like you're able to determine your own value and weigh the costs of what life costs you, based on the choices that you'll make. And that's part of your new gift, new awareness, new ability to live this life, is the ability to know your own currency. And I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but self-belief is literally the one thing that will get you anywhere. It does not matter what your talent is. It doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter the money in your bank account. If you have self-belief, you will literally be capable of anything. And I'm getting a feeling of you fully understanding that your currency is very high. The value that you hold for this world is very high. And there's no more undermining your own value. And that's really beautiful. You may be coming into soul companionships, not just on a relationship level, but I'm hearing like soul family. It's like a harmonious partnership for those in your life, and it being an eternal flow of bliss and perfection. Relationships that foster your personal growth. And this is also the soulmate card. So there's also a level of, I don't want to say seeking, because it's not exactly that you're seeking, but in a way it is, because what you seek is also seeking you always. So if there are a few of you that have been hoping for someone to come into alignment with you on that level, they're coming. And it's almost like your awareness of your own currency is what brings them in. So if it hasn't happened, it will. And it went from 41 to 42. So it's almost like you have this humility in your everyday experiences and understanding how to become grounded in your everyday experiences and understanding the importance of those everyday little things. And there's a broom on this card. And it's interesting because it's called chop wood. But what I'm seeing about this is that there's no more like splitting hairs. You're able to take the good with the bad and be happy and aware with that acceptance, because it's allowing you through humility to step into a growth that you otherwise wouldn't have been able to have had you not seen it that way. And it's like you had to shift into that perspective to get to that. So it's almost like, you know, that you hear the saying, there's levels to this. There were levels, and you had to hit every single one of them for you to get where you are now. It's super awesome, Aries. You should be really proud of yourself and your growth, truly. This is the Clarity Couture deck that I created. what we have here. It's okay, help is on the way. So you may be feeling a little waterbogged. Waterbogged? Is that a thing? Or like dehydrated. Like it's one extreme or the other. Like, waiting for rain in a desert type of feeling. Waterbogged is the opposite of that, right? Be the calm and live in that. They want you to step into observation over reactivity, being able to observe the things happening, not reacting right away, trying to see where the lesson comes from and why it's coming to you. Yeah, the triggers are necessary. They show what is unhealed. So if you weren't ever to be triggered, if you weren't ever to be shown contrast of some sort, you wouldn't have the ability to decipher when there needs to be a shift, and you could kind of just flow yourself into something that isn't aligned to you. So the triggers are good. They're pain in the ass, but they're good. All right. Abraham Hicks cards. These are pretty new, kind of hard to show. One more shuffle for the Aries out there that enjoys hearing it. I am becoming more aware of my feelings about money. Interesting. This isn't even the money cards. This is just the law of attraction cards. So what the card says is many people protest when we explain the power of telling the story of their finances as they want it to be rather than as it is, because they believe that they should be factual about what is happening. But if you continue to look at lackful what is, and speaking of what is, you will not find the improvement that you desire. If you want to affect substantial change in your life experience, you must think thoughts that feel different as you think them. So I was actually just having this conversation with my Aries sun. And right now he's not in the same state as I am. And I said, if you think of us being separated right now, and you feel sad, that will generate more of that same energy for you. So every time you think of you being there and I being here, what you need to do is instead get in those feelings of how amazing it's going to be when you get to cannonball into the pool from, the top of the waterfall. And so there's a necessity to find something that really means something to you. It's obviously there's a severe emotional tie to this. And it's interesting that this comes up in the Aries reading. But if you have a severe emotional tie to something that you want to change with every molecule in your body, but every time you think of it, it just sends you down a downward spiral of stress and agitation towards self. You have to be able to train your mind to get into the feeling of having what it is that you want, no matter what the circumstances, because remember, circumstances do not matter. It's only your focus to what you're looking at that matters. And if your focus is on anything that you don't want, and you pair it with the feeling, that gut feeling of, oh, I don't like this, you're going to get more of it. So you kind of have to trick yourself for a little bit. And I do truly believe that that's where fake it till you make it came from. So when this is happening, Aries, remember that you have the power to shift it, and that it only takes your ability to control your mind a little bit to shift that. All right, I'm going to leave you with that. We're at 15 minutes and 15 seconds. I think that's great. I want to send you guys so much love. If you are near any of the fires, Oregon, California, Washington, I send you all of my love. My family was evacuated from our family home, and I had just left there. I was there up until a month ago through the past 6 months. So this is affecting all of us in ways that I don't think we really were prepared to, especially in those areas, considering the Pacific Northwest usually gets 9 or 10 months of rain out of the year. So for something like this to happen, especially in this time of year, is a little frustrating, I think. But just as a whole with Gaia, remember that your thoughts carry power, and if you can just visualize those fires going out, I truly believe we can help. So if that's something that you're up to doing, if you meditate, please do that, and let's work together as a collective to heal Gaia and put the fires out. All right, guys. Namaste.